Anthony A. Orpeza.
Yes.
We missed you at dinner today.
Okay.
I had a spot there for you.
Right.
Right next to me.
Ooh,
You
great.
No show.
Unlucky me.
And Marcos didn't show up either.
Why? It was a free lunch, wasn't it?
Yes.
What's wrong with him?
Exactly. Oh, he said he had to go help his cousin, Isai.
Okay.
What's up? Good. And Chris had to work.
So it's just you and Jose?
So me, Jose, and Kaylee.
Oh, okay. Great.
The three of us.
Good
There
lunch?
was one awkward open seat, though.
See? That was yours.
Oh, that was mine? Well, sorry.
But no, you missed.
We're taping on Tuesday.
You
I
missed
had
a good lunch.
Business meeting and
I know.
some stuff going.
Yeah,
so.
no, I understand it. And I appreciate you actually being here. Able to make it.
Oh, yeah. No, sure.
Because there are going to be times, though, that just a random, maybe a special episode that might pop up. Yeah. I mean, you just never know. I mean, you just never know. Like, what if Isaiah Pacheco, if he's in the area and I say, hey, you want to send a podcast? He says, let's do it now. We roll. Boom. I'll call you. Come down.
What if he's giving out turkeys on Christmas Day and he says, I want the Big Modcast to be right there as I'm handing out these turkeys?
Yes.
Do we show up? Do we show up?
Yes. You show up.
Yes. Well, it depends.
On Christmas Day, you going to be there?
If I got a family thing.
I'll be there.
Family comes.
Don't worry.
She'll be here. All right.
Family first.
All right,
You need a
Cole,
substitute?
So I'm sorry.
Cole, never mind. We already found your sub.
Right on, girl. Right on. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So,
Just
Hey,
not hobby. Just
Pacheco,
not your uncle
no.
hobby. You can. Yes.
Good Deeds, right?
Okay.
How familiar are you with Good Deeds?
Is that a band or is that like
it's
you're
actually,
talking about
it's
good
actually
deeds
like
that
if something
people have done for me? What
Yeah.
have I done? What?
Yeah. Have what's a good deed that you've done for someone that you can think
you
of?
know what? I can't think of very many. I mean,
'Cause you don't
If I
do
did, I
them.
usually don't talk about the good stuff I do. If I do anything good, usually
I put them on the spot.
Usually, yeah. But I can tell you, a ton of people have done a lot of good things for me.
That's good.
So yeah. So,
Yeah. Especially that time you were at Home Depot, and some guy needed help. You needed help looking for something. And
I didn't experience a good deed. I don't remember that. I remember no good deeds because I couldn't find anybody. And then the person I did find was
Was that the time with the dog humping?
right.
No, that was another time. Yeah, no, that wasn't that day. A dog was humping
Actually,
on my leg.
that was a good deed. What'd you do? You jumped on your phone. And
jumped on my phone.
Checked on what aisle I could find.
So
my
I was
stuff.
there.
Oh, nice.
I was there working on my gate, and Anthony shows up and he's looking for something. I said, "Dude, I'll help you," because the people here in Home Depot do not help anybody. So
Well,
I helped
yeah.
him. I told him where to go. He found what he needed.
I'm
he was
sure
out of there.
they would have helped,
But-
there just wasn't anybody on staff.
Yeah.
You couldn't find
Yeah.
anybody.
Anyway,
so.
yeah. So
no.
yesterday, yesterday, I took my daughter to Shawnee Mission North
That's a good
to
deed.
pick up her car,
That's nice of you.
and of course that's
Yeah.
what I'm supposed to do, right?
Oh yeah.
And there was a.
He said, I guess.
Yeah.
Put
And
it that way.
unfortunately, there was a kid there, one of her friends, that he had 2 flat tires.
Oh, wow.
Did you make fun of him?
So
Kick him while he was down?
see, and this is why you don't do good deeds.
I don't really talk about my good deeds because
So anyway,
I grew up not talking about the good
Good
stuff
deeds?
I do. Yeah,
Why?
if I do any. I don't know. I'd much rather
I just-
tell about other people doing good stuff for
yeah,
me.
but it just makes you feel good though.
Talking about
You know,
yourself.
help it, not talking about yourself, but able to help somebody that,
Oh, absolutely.
that is in need.
I'm not saying that I haven't done anything good. I just really don't talk about it.
If you don't talk about it, though,
Then
how's
nobody
it going
knows.
to go in your biography?
In your resume, yeah.
Oh, that's not what my biography is for. My biography's for the work that I do.
But anyway, I was able to help a high school kid. His car he had 2 flat tires, and I was able to lift his car up
By yourself?
by myself.
With your muscles?
Yes.
That's great. That's great. Look
Yes. I said, now let me go home and get the new jack. I got a new jack.
what kind of car did he have? Like a little tiny
Dude, it was a small one of them.
an MG.
It's one of them cars that go brrr, real loud.
Okay, that's not the type of
It sounded
car.
like a
But
brrr, like a saxophone. I mean, like a trombone. Anyway,
What was that hand motion?
brrr, it was a trombone.
Lord.
Here's my trombone. Anyway, but what's crazy though is he had his car was like on low profile tires.
right.
The jack wouldn't go underneath. So luckily he had this small little jack. He was able to wind it up a little bit.
What kind of car was it?
Huh?
What kind of car?
I don't know. It was
Honda?
dark. It was like maybe a Honda. It was dark.
Okay.
I couldn't see.
Okay. And
But
so
anyway.
How did he get? Did you inspect on how he got 2 flat tires? I mean,
I asked
is he a
him. Well,
bad
one of
guy?
them had a
People are
nail in it.
after him?
Well, that's what we were thinking. One
Right.
of them had a nail in it, and then his passenger side had a nail in it, and then driver's side was flat too. So these 2 tires were flat.
Huh? That's odd.
That's what.
That's odd.
Anyway,
Huh?
yeah.
So you
Anyway,
just-
so we got it fixed. I was proud.
how did you fix the 2 flats?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Like,
Oh, he had two other tires that his mom had to
spares?
bring to him.
Nice.
oh, his mother brought him 2 spares.
Yeah.
So he's got a history of having flat tires. Right on. All
I
right.
said, hey, if you ever need plugs in these tires, I know a guy.
So
I know a guy.
at Home
Plug
Depot.
tires.
Okay, so then you helped him jack up his car,
Yeah.
which is kind of a smaller, but still a good
it was
deed.
a challenge, yeah.
But his mother's the one that came through with the 2 tires.
she was already there. Yeah. Well, yeah, I didn't have
Yeah.
tires.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But you didn't go get him tires.
No,
you didn't
I was,
take him
I
to
was
the.
going to, but
You didn't haul the
He already
car
had-
over
Were
to
they
the
just
shop.
like standing there looking at the car without a jack?
No, like I said, he had a jack that's in his car, but it was just that car just sat so low that he couldn't.
Did you go get him something to eat while he waited for his mom? I mean,
I don't know. I had to come home to get the jack, so they were there.
Okay.
This would have been a really good story if you knew the type of car.
It was one of those ones that make noise.
It was a
and
Honda that goes.
muffler.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
just loud. Like
But you know what? Good for you, man. That's
Thank
good.
you. I appreciate
Good
it.
for
That's
you.
all I wanted to hear.
Yeah, I know.
That's all I wanted to hear.
The
I
self-esteem
appreciate-
needs to be
yes.
boosted. You don't get enough of that.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, anyway.
Good job.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast.
That's for the good deed.
Yes. Thank you, nephew. That's what I wanted to hear.
Patting yourself on the back the whole show. Great.
Yeah. I am your host, Mario Garcia Jr., aka Big Mod. Next to me, on my left, is my compadre, Anthony Orpeza, aka AO. And running the switchboard today is my nephew, Jose.
Woo!
JC, famous initials.
When
You
they
know-
say WWJD,
Pennies?
What
pennies?
What would JC do? Or what? Yeah, that's what
Okay. All
JC
right.
Penny, JCP.
Right.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Quinn Concrete Construction. The company motto, no job too big or too small. Whatever your concrete need is, they have the experience and the professionalism to ensure a quality job every time.
Yes, they do.
For a free estimate, call 913-279-1448.
What was that number?
913-279-1448.
Thank you.
And ask for Joe Quinn.
Yes, ask for Joe Quinn.
Joey Quintana.
Yeah, Quindaro. Go ahead.
All right. Go ahead and click the notification bell. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and follow us on all social media platforms at the Big Modcast. Also,
What you got?
email us or basically message us any questions, you want to talk to us about anything, throw out some subjects you might want us to listen to.
Yeah.
Anthony, good news. That bell you keep asking about, we just broke 400 subscribers on YouTube, so we're doing work out there.
All right.
Yes.
That's a grown man with kids right there. That's a grown man married with kids right
All right.
there.
You know what? We just had 398. What, Jose, about
2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
20 minutes ago or so? No, probably about an hour ago. Sweet. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. But, of course, our number is 500 is what we're trying to get to. Hopefully in the next
Forget
month.
that.
No?
1,000.
Oh, well, definitely we're going to get
Get
1,000.
1,000. All right.
But let's just
probably
try to
get about
that.
100 after this show, maybe.
There we go.
We don't
Let's
talk
do it.
about
Let's
your
do it.
uncle. Javi.
Right. Oh, speaking of Javier, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guests for the evening, Coach Alissia Nevarez. Yeah. She deserves a round of
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I'm so glad you're here. This is something I've wanted to do for the longest time.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, especially in the new studio. So, yeah, this studio is not too old.
No, it's super dope. I love it. The
Thank you.
whole, the energy in here is just it's real cool. Like, it's super chill. Like, I like it a lot.
Sweet. Thank you
it's
so
not,
much.
too much, but
Right.
Mario
it's
smokes
And
a
I'm
lot
still
of weed.
trying to
He
make-
smokes a lot of weed. That's chill. Yeah.
I'm still trying to add this and that. And,
Medicinal.
And this is what's cool about
There's
having your own
cigars
studio.
inside, right?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yes. Yes, that would be cool.
yeah. You gotta check with the wife.
Look for the boss.
He's looking at that here. I was looking for the cameras. The home cameras. Alissia, how are we doing? How you been?
I've been good, honestly. I've just been really just working and just kind of being low, honestly, or just like low key, I guess.
Okay.
Just been keeping my head down, but just taking care of stuff, really, because all the holidays and everything just passed. So
Right.
now I'm just like getting back up from the holidays too. So it takes a
Yeah.
little month or whatever. But
How was
Doing good.
how was volleyball practice today? That's what you were
volleyball practice,
doing?
it was good. It was
Yeah.
good. I enjoy it. I love my kids. They're
That's
really
awesome.
cool.
Is this your first go around with the Mavs organization?
Yes, it is my first time being with the Mavs organization.
Okay.
And it's also my first time coaching 11s as well.
Okay, so for people who don't know, we're gonna jump into what the Mavs are and what the 11s are first, and then we're
Yes.
gonna tell everybody who you are and
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah. Okay. So Mavs is a club organization for volleyball, just like
Here in
club
KCK,
basketball.
or
Yes.
is it okay?
Yeah, they have a Kansas City, Kansas location, and they also have a Missouri location as well.
So these businesses?
They're I really
It's
know
a-
how to explain it.
It's
Like
a club.
it's a club
It's a
organization.
club volleyball
like-
business, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like
So-
they have their own facility, but then they also have multiple teams
Got it.
under their
Okay.
club organization. So,
All right.
like, if you know what Twister, do you know what? I guess you probably won't know unless you are a volleyball head, kind of like myself. But like, there's a bunch of different facilities that have club organizations that work through them.
Okay.
But this one in particular, they have. I'm pretty sure since they have two separate clubs,
Mm-hmm.
they have a lot of money, so they have opened up their own facilities.
Okay.
So, yeah, I
And
started.
so they have volleyball
Yeah, they just have
school,
volleyball.
like
yeah.
leagues, training.
Yeah. So they have club organization, or they have their club that runs through the winter time,
Mm-hmm.
which is like right after normal volleyball regular season, like high school season or college season, if you'd like to say. But then starting up from the spring and then into the summer, they do lessons for different age groups as well. So if you have a kid if you know anybody that is younger or in high school, they are more than willing to go up to the organization and find a coach to help them with lessons if needed.
I see.
They can do private lessons, or if you end up doing club in their season, they'll get you they have like a full tryout, and then they put you on teams as well.
I see. And you're a
Yeah.
coach, or you're a part owner? Are you?
No, I'm just a coach.
Okay.
I just started this year up there, so
I see. I
Yeah.
see. Okay. Well, right on. Right
How,
on.
yeah.
how did you get on there? Was there another coach that?
Yeah, so my high school coach actually, she she came in my junior year, and I got to know her for those 2 years that I was there, and she helped me out with like college and then like getting back into it once I got back. But she works up there, and she's been working up there for quite some time. And I was telling her about how I wanted to do volleyball, but outside of just like high school season, to make some more money. And so she told me that she could possibly get me a job up there. And luckily, they had a position open for me, so I got to choose what team I got as well.
Okay.
It was
Cool.
nice.
So you do this. So I'm going to take a step back. So you work full time. You have a full time job, or is this your full time job? You stay
Yeah.
home. Something. What still going to school? Explain. Where'd you go to high school? Where you grew up at?
Okay, he just asked you 6 questions.
So start from the top.
Okay, so I'm actually from Kansas City, Kansas. I'm
Right on.
from the Wyandotte County area.
Right on.
I grew up in Central, and then
From the
I
dot.
grew up through Argentine, and then ended up falling into going to Turner High School
Oh.
and being into the Turner district. My mom worked for the school,
Okay.
so I ended up going there.
Cool.
Our sports and everything were not that great, but
You
but I
played?
also
Okay.
I played a lot of sports when I was in high school. I
Okay.
played volleyball, basketball, and softball.
For Turner. Mm-hmm. Okay. All 4
And-
years. Okay.
Yeah, and all 4 years, or my first year, I was just just playing freshman ball. But then once I got to my sophomore year, I was playing varsity every year
Right
in
on.
each of those. So I did, I went through all of that, and then ended up going to Kansas City, Kansas Community College,
Right on.
and going for a full ride for volleyball for
Cool.
2 years. So I got my associate's degree there.
Nice.
And
And what'd you get it in?
I got it in arts. Arts, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Just art. Okay, you know what?
Arts
it
and
was like
volleyball.
it was like generals and arts.
Like general
I guess. Like I
studies?
kind of got the general studies out the way, but then I also finished with getting my arts associates, if that makes sense.
Okay,
Like I
okay.
took like my last semester, I took like a
Is
bunch
that like
of art
20
classes.
years ago or something? You seem to forget what you got and what's going on there.
It was
Or maybe she's just trying to forget.
2016, 2018. Yeah, a little
Oh,
bit of both.
so
long ago.
Yeah.
But
So then what after that? What'd you do after that?
yeah,
By
and
the
then
way, go
I
Blue Devils. Go ahead.
I transferred to Ottawa University, and
Okay.
I went there for 1 year. I didn't end up staying there and finishing, just because I was going technically to do journalism and broadcasting.
Right
so,
on.
but then they ended up dropping the what is it? What is the actual word for it? I'm trying to think here.
Curriculum?
Yeah,
classes?
like the program,
Okay,
I guess.
okay.
Like
They
so,
dropped
like
the
the
whole thing?
broadcasting, the writing, journalism,
Really? Was
broadcast.
that if
They
They
dropped
didn't
dropped
have
the whole
enough.
thing?
They didn't have enough people sign up for the program. Is my understanding. That's what they told me, and they told me this the Friday or the Thursday before that Monday when school started.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fact
so
check
I
them.
had already moved my whole life, got a whole apartment, leased it, did all of that,
No
the
way.
whole shebang.
So then what'd you do? What'd you do? How'd you pivot?
I had to decide in a day what I wanted to do
Wow.
and what I wanted to study because I technically already had my generals done at
Right.
my previous school. So I came to this school to just solely focus on what I was trying to get my bachelor's in.
Your major,
and
right?
yeah, it kind of sucked, but it's okay though. I mean, I went through the year and I finished strong. I ended up going ahead and doing education. I wanted to do early education for a while. And then as I studied that for the year, I started to realize that maybe that wasn't like the best fit for me.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I'll just come home and take some time and see if I end up wanting to go back or doing that. But then, when I got home, I had to move back in with my parents, and it was just kind of like a life situation type deal. Like I just kind of had to I had to start working, getting back up on my feet. And ever
Yeah.
since then, I just haven't really, I've been still trying to figure out exactly what I would like to do for school. I would like to go to school with a plan if
Sure.
I do go back, because
Sure.
obviously it's going to be my money
It
this
ain't
time.
cheap.
It's
Right.
it's not going to be free
Right.
this time. There's no scholarship coming
Right.
with me. Like, it's just me. So
Right.
the next time I go, I want to make sure that it's exactly what I want to do.
So
But-
are
So
you
note
working?
yourself, find a sugar daddy.
Are you working full time, or are you just living off your parents right now? What's going on there?
No, yeah. So I still do live with my parents.
Sure.
Yeah, which
Nothing
is
wrong with
crazy.
that.
But
I wish I would.
Yeah, I
But-
mean, honestly, and like it's so nice living with my parents. So
Oh, yeah.
at this grown age,
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
no,
'cause
it's all-
I pay my rent. I
Yeah,
pay
you
rent.
do.
I help
Sure
out on
you
those.
do.
I help out on those ends where
All right.
my parents, especially my mom. My mom.
Right.
My mom would not let me slide with that.
Shout out to Leticia.
But,
Yeah, Leticia, sorry.
shout
Yeah.
out to my mom. But yeah, so I work at a warehouse during the day, and then I get off and go and coach. But during the time that I'm head coaching at a high school, I haven't figured that schedule out just yet, but we'll get it figured out before
Sure.
season starts or comes closer. So, but
And then going back to the coaching, you had just completed a season at Shawnee Mission North.
yes.
Yeah, so she coached my daughter Eliana.
Okay. All right. See the
Yeah.
connection there even more so. All right. By the way, thank you for answering all my 6 questions.
Oh,
You
yeah,
hit
no
them all
problem.
off. You did great. You did great.
Yeah,
I was making sure I didn't leave no parts
No,
out.
you're-
I don't know how
would've-
she
I
memorized
would've
all that, but I
reminded
sure
you.
did
I
forget
would've
what
reminded
you
you.
asked.
No. Okay, so you coached at North.
Yes.
Shout out. What's
Shawnee
what are
Mission.
they?
Shawnee Mission Bison.
Bison. Okay. Okay.
Bison.
All right. And then you also now you coach. I don't
No,
know if
that's
that's a
not a
bison.
It's like a
that's
dying moose.
Yeah, it's a dead cow. Yeah. There's,
Oh,
we
let
need
me
to
see if
cut
I can
this.
find the sound effect of
We don't
a
edit,
bison.
so this is not going to be edited. And then so you also coach the Mavs.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
The Mavs, are they the Mavericks? And short,
Yeah, I think
is it?
so.
But
So
they
they're-
just
so
shorten
I
it to
think
Mavs.
Mavs,
Copy
Or is
our
that the
hockey
Tom
team.
Cruise?
That's Maverick, but the Mavericks are
Yeah.
our hockey team / amateur. Are they amateur? What are they? I guess they would be.
Yeah, it's just
It's a-
club. It's
okay,
just like
club.
Yeah.
it's the girls who
Club
play. They all
volleyball
play.
team, yeah.
They
Yeah.
all play high school. Then
Yeah.
during the off season they do.
So is it
Club
all
and-
high school that you coach with the Mavs?
At Mavs, so technically, since I'm at Mavs during my off season, I can't necessarily coach any of my girls per se. So they kind of put me in a younger age group that way that I didn't have that crossover.
At the 11s?
Yes.
Okay.
So I get to work with 11-year-olds, and this is my first time working with anyone that's not in high school. So it's really exciting, actually. I really like it. It's super rewarding, honestly.
Yeah, that's good.
At first, I was kind of worried because I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to like change my coaching style depending on the kids.
Yeah, from the high school level.
Yeah, because that's all I've coached basketball and I've coached volleyball at the high school level, and it's always, you know, like you're trying to teach them the basic knowledge, but also you're trying to be stern and disciplined in those areas because they kind of have to get it and understand it right now. Like we don't have that time to waste.
Rather than with championships.
But rather with 11-year-olds, they have that time. Like they have that time to. They're still growing into their bodies, so they're still trying to figure things out, and so it's so rewarding once they do get those little things. Like we're working on like full court serving, and at the beginning of the season, it was really tough. We only had one kid that could serve from the back line, and now all of my girls can. And we're spot serving. It's going so well. It's so rewarding watching them, and they get so excited when they learn something too, and they actually get it down. So it's really nice. I enjoy it.
That's a little late.
I know. I couldn't find the button
like a minute ago. So the broadcasting. We'll go back to the broadcasting. What did you want to do? Did you want to be on the news, weather person? You want to do sports and do investigative sort of stuff?
There you go. 6. That's 6. Go ahead, keep going.
What should be none of them?
All the ideas.
There's 8
I
questions.
wanted to produce.
Oh, okay.
I was really looking into sports journalism and broadcasting because I've been around sports my whole entire life. I really enjoy talking about sports. Although lately I haven't been like picking up or on those. Like I haven't been watching a lot of ESPN and stuff like that. But I used to know so much when I was in school, and like, ever since I started, like obviously like being a grown up and working and doing all those things, it kind of slipped through. But even then, as a backup plan, even I was like telling my grandparents this just not too long ago. I was like, I would go back to school to be a newscaster as well.
Yeah,
like that would
you
be
still can.
so cool. Like I don't know. It's
What'd
always
they
been
say?
something
What'd they tell
about
you?
broadcasting, and they were like, I mean, you could. Like we know people, but like it's gonna take you to go back to school.
Yeah.
Get all of that stuff figured out, and like you just need to make sure that that's exactly what you want to do. That's your plan. And I was like, yeah, let me come back and touch on that one when I know for sure. And then we could go from there.
You know, and then speaking of the broadcasting, you got into some podcasting.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
How was that little run that you did there?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved podcasting. I really looked forward to getting together and recording once a week. It was
What was it about? What was the name of the show? What did you guys talk about?
It was Honest Tea Hour. It was kind of like a girls girl talk kind of podcast.
Who's T? Or is it Honest Tea?
Honest Tea Hour, yeah.
So it's
honest
a
and
play
then
on
like
words.
tea, like
Honest.
So Anthony, the kids these days.
I thought it was honesty name T, giving out honest advice.
Right.
I don't. That's what I'm at.
Anthony, the kids these days, when they say "give me the tea," they want to hear like the gossip,
all the cheese man,
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was called Honest Tea Hour, and I did that with Jess. Shout out to Jess. That's my girl. Me and her are still so close. We are.
I almost was going to call her and say, you know what, you need to pop in, and almost did, but no, I wanted, you know, not that I didn't want Jess in it, because Jess, I do want you on our show.
He didn't want you.
Shout out to Jess. But I'm like, you know what, this is Alicia's time right here, you know, and then maybe we could bring the both of you, maybe have a little reunion.
Yes,
you know,
yes, that'd be dope.
I'm Team Jess. We'll get you.
We'll get you. And so let's backtrack. So Anthony,
yes, Mario.
so we met. We were both under the NSPN. So this is where she was podcasting.
Oh, okay.
So she was under Isai, right? Isai Marcos Mia.
Okay, does she know who made the NSPN name?
Yeah. Do you know that controversy of who made the NSPN name? Because Mario claims he did, and everybody else claims that he did not.
I'm still sticking with my story. I know I did, but
all right, that's a controversy for another time. What did you guys talk about during your? I mean, what kind of like subjects, topics on the T?
It was a lot of like
was it dating,
it was a lot of
boys?
feminine side. Yeah, it was like dating, but also like we would be put in scenario, like bring scenarios to the podcast, like what would you do if you were put in this scenario, and then me and her would kind of like elaborate on it, like from a girl's side or a girl's perspective, and then we would have guests come on, and normally it would probably be a guy, so that way kind of like controversial, like
which I was never invited.
Right? Did you have Did you have your guest? Did you have your guest eat like jelly beans that were like barf or lattes?
Oh no, the mixed jelly beans?
Yeah.
No.
Why wouldn't you do something like that?
We should have.
Why do you so
and
soft?
we were definitely going, I think for the first couple episodes, we were kind of trying to still figure each other out, because me and Jess, the same time that we all got together for that one big huge meeting.
Thank you for bringing that around, because I was going to say that, and he came up with 6 other questions.
Yeah. We all showed up to one huge meeting in a room, and it's like 15 people in here.
Right.
And we're all just sitting next to people that we know.
Is that your production crew?
Yeah, it was the production crew. It was everyone that had all their different shows.
Oh,
he had all the hosts,
and the producers and the camera.
So that time there was probably about 7 or 8 different shows.
Yeah, there was.
I want to hear this story because I know
the
the background to this.
Yeah, and so we were all in the same room, and they kind of were just asking us questions, and we were passing around the mic. But there's so many of us, like there wasn't really much room for any of us to talk. We're all hosts. We all are obviously gonna love to talk. We're all like, well, let me tell you this story, and then, but that was the first time I met my co-host, and me and her didn't even sit on the same side of the room. Like she was like literally where she is, like to me, and we did not even talk to each other.
But
did not say a word.
But did you guys know you were going to be?
No.
So not even.
We had no idea. Well, like I knew I was going to have a co-host, but we didn't ever meet. We've never spoke. We've never even seen each other before.
So you were just told this one's going to be with you.
Yeah, and like we got there, and like we obviously like knew what we were doing and who we were with, but like we didn't know we were with each other. And so like I was sitting next to my cousin Jake, and I was just like talking with him. Shout out to
Heavy Breathing.
Yes, they're because now Jess is actually on my cousin's podcast as well. He has the Heavy Breathing podcast.
Yeah.
Through
That's
NSPN.
A great name. That's a great name.
If you watch it, you'll understand.
You would
why.
understand. He is hilarious. Shout out to Jake and the Heavy podcast, because they are funny.
Okay.
They really are. And now that they have Jess, they have like some type of like femininity in there, and so like it balances. It's really dope. You have to watch it.
That's good.
But But yeah, like I was just sitting there next to Jake the whole time, like not even me and Jess weren't even looking at each other.
I know,
like no way. And then our first episode, it was literally us learning about each other, because we had never even been in the same room or talked or had a conversation with each other until that first episode.
No cat fight, no calling each other's names.
And that's the crazy thing. That's what we talked about too. We were like, it's so crazy how both of our energies just like came together. Like we just like meshed so well. Like and like even to this day, like she is now one of my close friends. And
that's cool.
And it wouldn't, if it wasn't for NSPN and Esai and all them getting us all together, me and Jess probably have even met. And like we knew the same people, but we just never actually met. So maybe in time we would have met, but I don't think we would have actually gained the friendship that we did.
That's awesome.
Without the podcast. So when I look back at the podcast, all I have is really good memories. I love doing it, and all the people that worked with me.
Going back to that day, that's the first time that I've seen you.
Yeah.
And when you walked in, I was like, "You look familiar. You look familiar." That's all I kept telling her. She looks so familiar. But yeah, everybody was a fresh face to me as well, except for Marcos and Jacob. I don't know if I knew Jake.
I don't think you did yet.
Yeah, I probably didn't. But I'm pretty sure everybody in that room was like, okay, who is this old man that is sitting in this room with us? That would be me.
Right.
This old man has a podcast? Who's dad sitting in the corner? I think I even had to break the ice. I think the first question, and I answered
think you
it,
did. Everyone was kind of sitting there like,
I'm like, give me the damn mic.
The mic?
Let me take over this. So that was cool how Esai did that. And nephew, is there any background stories to that? Do you know anything?
Yeah, at that point there were already, I think, maybe 4 podcasts going, and then adding on a couple more. That meeting was also supposed to be a come to Jesus meeting for a couple of those podcasts, because they weren't doing good at all. And so it was like hey, look at these other energetic people that want to do better. They want to have guidance and direction. And so it was supposed to be scared straight for a few people.
Yeah.
Did it work? I
That's a wonderful question.
Thank you.
You can find out on youtube.com if the pages are still up.
Yeah. Would you consider into going back into podcasting if you had the time?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would. I honestly have been thinking about going back to
Yeah.
it. I think more so it's this time around I just have to be a little more on myself about exactly what I'm saying. I think that, because currently, okay.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
So with one of the jobs that I was seeking, they had brought up my podcast and said that I was unfit for my position because of my podcast, and
Because they didn't like some of the stuff you said.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And which is understandable, 1000%. I understand that completely.
Wow,
but it's also how do I separate my outside life to what
Don't go there.
I do professionally? So
Don't go where? I was going to say, how bad was it? Was it really bad?
it wasn't.
No,
it
it wasn't
wasn't that bad.
So did you say you guys would or wouldn't have done the Bean Boozle challenge?
No way. What's your
Honestly,
guess? What's your
I think
guess?
if it were me and her idea, probably not. But if someone were to be like, you guys should do this, and we'd probably be like, okay, we can try and find a way to throw it in there.
Sure.
But I think for our podcast, it was more so of like the side, our audience that we were trying to reach, I guess. Like we were trying to reach for the girls because we
Right.
were for the
Right.
girls. Like, so we were trying to reach to them while our audience ended up being a lot of men, actually. So it was kind
Well,
of
of
weird.
course.
I was just trying to bait
I
you
guess
there.
it's just us
I
two
was just trying to
girls.
bait you. We
But
still
they try
have
to
some of
bait a
the
lot, so-
have some of the jelly beans sitting there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, because I did see that pinwheel in the corner.
you see it back
and I
there?
was-
Okay.
Okay, so you
I was like,
caught on.
If you want to take the challenge,
I
we'll
was
take
like, if
that.
I get a
We
bean
need
that
to-
tastes like barf, if I
Yeah.
barf right here, we're
I'll
He
have a
would
trash
want
can.
trouble.
you to. He would want you to for the numbers.
But
Yes.
the views, yeah.
We need you for another
content.
30-some minutes. So, yeah.
I mean, maybe when we bring Jess
Yeah.
in, both of you guys
Can
can
barf
do-
all
we
over
can-
the
we-
place.
we
That's
can do that
nice.
we
challenge.
could do the
Nice.
challenge.
There we go,
I'm
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
What was it? 2 episodes ago, we had Mia in here, and she did the Bean Boozle with us.
No
Yeah.
way.
We had to
Yeah,
stop the show.
It was
for
rough.
him. For him
So you
and
get
her.
a chance to watch
Not
that. Yeah, it was pretty
I'll
fun.
Sorry,
watch
Mia.
it.
Sorry, Mia.
Yeah, she had fun.
Sure she did.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you if you have talked to Jess lately. And when was the last time you talked to her?
Actually, I literally just talked to her the other day.
Yeah.
She's having. We're obviously girls. We're doing our Valentine's Day. She's
Right
doing
on.
hers tomorrow, and then I'm doing mine
Nice.
on Sunday. So we were
Okay.
like trying to figure out who's going to whose. But
Sure.
but yeah, we talk a lot actually. So like I said, I'm very blessed and thankful that I got to meet her from the podcast.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I see you sporting your Chiefs gear there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
jump right into the congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right on.
Went in the
It's
Super
about
Bowl.
time we talk about this.
Back to back champ,
Back to back,
which is nice.
3 of them.
And of course, I know what it's like to win back-to-back championships. My team did it back in the '90s, so I get it. I understand.
Who's your team?
It's a great accomplishment. The Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. Again.
You see that
who's-
star
who's the
right on
team?
that? Look at that star on that wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the bathroom. I saw a bunch of cowboy stuff, and I was like, I'm so confused.
That's what she read right out of it.
I was like, everyone's wearing red. Why is there cowboys everywhere?
Yeah. We can
No,
talk
but-
about.
Tell us about the game.
Yeah. Did you watch? Did you watch the game?
Yes, I did. Yeah, it was. I was sweating.
Where'd you watch it at?
I actually watched it at my boyfriend's family's house.
Okay.
They had a big cookout. They had a bunch of food. So and it was his birthday over the weekend as well.
Nice.
So
Well,
we celebrated his birthday.
Right on.
And your boyfriend?
Dion.
Yeah. Do you know Deion Sanders?
No, I don't know him either. So,
Anthony,
Yeah,
where'd
let's
you
give him a
watch the
shout
game
out.
shout out. What? I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Shout out.
Oh, shout out to Dion.
Oh, that's sweet. That's so sweet.
Anthony, where'd you watch the game?
I watched it at home. Me and my daughter watched it like we have. We pretty much kept that.
There was a
just
Super Bowl
her and
party up the
myself.
street.
Nope.
Didn't get the invite?
We've been watching the games by ourselves
so you
the
did
whole
that, okay.
season.
Oh, yeah.
We
Didn't want to
pretty
jinx
much
it.
Kept it the same way.
Why didn't you invite me?
We have been
Wanted
watching
to keep it the
all
same way.
year. We wanted to keep it the same way. We did put an invite to 1 or 2 people who, but they said no, and that we were good with that. But we had to be home.
Oh,
And
yeah.
no party, because we want to focus on the game.
Throw off the mojo. Don't do that.
Right.
So how do you
Right.
think the game went?
The game was great.
It was good. It was I think.
It was stressful.
It was stressful. I'm getting stressed even thinking about it because I was sweating so bad. And then because I can't. When we do this back and forth stuff, like and it's mostly our errors. It's never. I feel like it's not very much of anyone else doing very much damage to us.
As long as we keep them from scoring a whole bunch.
Not this game.
Right.
We definitely made that game that bad. And then, obviously we ended well. But, I mean, we started rough, and it was all of our errors.
The first half was a little rough, but I mean, the second half was, because it seemed like I thought San Francisco, they were trying to look like they were just to dominate out there. Yeah. Right?
Get your good opinions out, because I got some controversial questions. Get your good.
All right, let's put our
as long as the Chiefs kept San Fran at bay and they didn't get blown out.
Speaking of bay,
always
a chance.
Oh gosh,
we'll get to that later.
There was a chance that you knew big plays were going to be made some way somehow.
Oh, yeah. But Mahomes under the pressure is crazy.
Right,
he can do it.
You know what? I don't even think he feels pressure.
No,
I don't think I think he almost like gets adrenaline out of it, and he's like, "All right, what can I stir up right now?" Instead of like
he's
actually
cool,
like
calm, collected.
and that's how you have have to be under those like pressured
at that level.
moment, especially.
When you got 16 people on the field.
Then you also have Butker. Yeah, Butker's ice cold. I mean,
how do you say his last name?
Butker.
Butker.
Yeah,
there's an N in there, right?
Yes.
I thought it was
You said an N?
There's a letter N in his name, right?
Yeah.
Where?
B-U-T.
I thought it was B-U-T-K-E-R.
Can we look it up, Chris?
I don't
Can
think
we look it
there's
up?
not an N in his Butker.
Bunneker or something like that.
B-U-T-K-E-R.
Oh, all right, never mind. Sorry, I had to
just spent 45 seconds.
I saw it. Oh, that's the way I spelled it, I guess.
Yeah,
that's the way.
Rule number one.
Rule number one, spelling is not important. Who said that? Pat Sajak.
It's literally on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should see some of the words that they spell.
All right, nephew, before we get to the halftime performance, what are the controversial questions you have?
You're talking about the Troy Aikman comment that he made in 2019 about
don't talk to me until he gets a third one. There, okay, we got that out of the way. Go ahead.
No, what I was talking about was
because that was pretty.
Was the Chiefs having 16
arrogant
players on the field?
When was this?
With the referees
game.
Ooh.
So the hot stat that is going around the internet right now.
What is it?
In 3 Super Bowl wins, Kansas City has been called for offensive holding exactly 0 times in all 3 of those games.
How is that possible?
13 quarters of football, not a single holding penalty.
They don't hold.
Wow,
just really good.
All right, let's look
They
at
do
the
their
tape.
job
They've
that
got a
well.
right tackle.
That's why they're number one.
Anthony, they have the right tackle, who is the most penalized person in the entire
Because he
NFL.
backs up really. Number 74 keeps backing up really fast.
What's his name?
I don't even know his name.
No, I'm asking the Chiefs number 1 fan next to me.
Number 74.
Yeah, what's his
That's
name?
it. 74.
What is this, Madden?
We go by numbers. Go by numbers.
Okay.
So, do you have anything to say for no holding calls at all in 3 Super Bowl games, but they've been penalized left and right the entire season of all 3 of those years?
Just good coaching. It's got to be good coaching.
What else?
Flawless. What else you got? I just answered. Good coaching.
The second controversy was going to be, was it scripted? And the
it's a script.
only thing I'm going to throw for that is, Kelsey didn't get a touchdown. I think if
Damn it! And we needed him to get a touchdown.
We lost that entire bet.
Jose had money on the.
We put some money down on it.
Damn it!
$20,000 he could have won.
So he didn't get his picture perfect hallmark moment of scoring a touchdown.
Nope.
But the funny fact that apparently the 49ers had no idea of the new overtime rules.
That I don't
get. They were literally learning it on the scoreboard when they were showing it to the crowd.
Yeah,
in the game.
But yet, Coach Reed explained this to the Chiefs in St. Joe. If we ever get into overtime, these are the rules.
Well, that's because the rule was made from the Chiefs and Bills game.
Right, yeah.
And they were talking about it, I believe, like every practice. They would go over the scenario.
I mean, I'm sure every team
they knew
did
the script.
Every team.
They knew it was going to go to overtime and that they were going to put Juszczyk in there and he had to mess it up for him. To that you say what, Anthony?
I say you're wrong. There was no script. If there was a script to it, to the whole thing, then the Ravens would have been in there based off of the color of the logo.
You look at you know what? It's funny you say that because in the Ravens game, that you remember that one run that Lamar ran up the middle and he took off to the right. He's fast. He had a touchdown, but for some reason, he cut left into the tackle, which was weird.
Some reason that was a bonus check. That's what that reason was.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Because he would have outran the safeties. Lamar Jackson.
Right. But you know what? I've never played football. And I've played basketball, so I'm only eye level on what I see, left and right. We see like a bird's eye view.
Oh yeah, I'm still learning football. I'm not even gonna hold
it's
you
like,
to it.
It's like the guys,
I'm still learning.
It's like the receivers who get the punts. We look at them, we're like, why didn't you go right? It was wide, and they went left, and then they were like, and then I have to explain, we're not on the ground level. So
Did you guys see the best invention of the NFL? They had the Nickelodeon broadcast.
Oh, I did see that.
With Patrick?
They had the actual voice actors for Patrick and SpongeBob doing live commentary with it.
Oh, SpongeBob
so when
was
they
there?
were dropping the ball, he'd be like, firmly grasp it, firmly grasp it. And then they had Sandy doing like sideline reporting. It was
they did.
Did you see they had the lifeguard, the big crab? He was the streaker when they came out. They came out on the field and he's like moving around. He's just like big, like compared to all the football players.
And everything.
I need to go back and see that.
Yeah, there's funny
I'm sure they're on
clips
YouTube, right?
Yeah, there's funny
What
clips
was Mr.
all
Krabs?
over.
Mr. Krabs.
think he
I
was
didn't
there.
even see him. I was like, but I did see like
favorite
right when,
character.
like right at the end of the game, like when everything was like the confetti and everything, they had like slime going on everything
really?
instead.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
great.
cool.
That's
It was
great.
so cool.
That's great.
That's pretty
They saw Sandy Cheeks giving the sideline reporting, and then people on
man.
Twitter were freaking out. They were like, "Why is she wearing her helmet? She's in air. What is she doing here?" But
That's true.
Well,
Of the
well, hold on,
trains
Anthony.
here.
That's the other thing that the internet was getting mad about is that when the 49ers say we haven't won one since '94, everybody's like, "Damn, keep trying, you got it." But when the Cowboys say we haven't won one since '95, they're like, "Boo, you suck. Get out of here."
It's gonna, yeah.
Why is that?
I tell you, it's gonna take us shorter than 50 years to get back.
But why is that? Why do they treat them like that? They're like pushing up that self-esteem for the 49ers, but for Dallas, they're saying like, no, we don't want you to have it. Why is that?
We just got a lot of haters. That's all it is. Everybody likes that D in their mouth, and they talk. I mean,
I like the what?
Big D, Dallas, big Dallas. D.
Oh, I thought you meant defense in their mouth. That didn't make sense either.
Neither, yeah.
It in
No,
Dallas
we'll
or
edit, we will
defense.
edit that. Whatever he
No,
just
that's
said,
staying
we
in
will
there.
edit
We
that part
don't
out.
Edit
he
anything
said, "I am
in.
not editing."
We don't edit at all here.
Oh, my
So
God.
anyway, what'd you think? What'd you think of Usher's the halftime performance? Usher's performance.
Oh, it was so good. I
you enjoy
loved it? Yeah. I liked how he brought out all of those people too. Ludacris was crazy.
Right.
When he came out, I was so excited.
Right. So Luda, Little John.
Little John.
Let's see, who
and
else
then
did he bring out?
Alicia Keys.
Apparently, at that
Keys,
time-
that
Woman.
was
Oh.
fire.
Yes.
Yeah, she
It
was
was.
amazing.
It was a good performance.
I don't know if she's married, but
She
when
is
she gets
actually.
She's
divorced,
100% married.
Yeah.
when she gets
The Swiss
divorced,
Beats.
Yeah, I think Usher's cousin. I think is no.
CeeLo was kind
I
of
was like,
That
well,
is not
and
CeeLo.
I seen that too.
Guys,
I
that
seen
was
a
not
lot
CeeLo.
of people were giving.
That is
That
not
was okay.
CeeLo.
Wait, pause
Wait,
on
who
what I
was
was
that?
about to say.
Let's
It was
rewind.
not CeeLo Green. It was Will.i.am, ain't it?
Oh,
Will.i.am was there later, but no, the person they were thinking, that's Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah,
oh
Jermaine
yes,
Dupri.
Was
yeah,
that
that's
Dupree?
right. That's right.
oh, we'll edit that. Let's edit that.
God
Let's
damn.
edit that
No,
out.
but the whole internet
Sorry,
was saying the
sorry,
same
Mr.
thing.
Dupree.
Who'd you say?
I
CeeLo? You call him
Yeah,
CeeLo?
CeeLo
think-
Green.
I'm afraid so.
CeeLo
Great
Green.
That was Jermaine Dupri.
Sorry, sir.
You know what? We can call him. No, we can't.
Her was there. She was the one playing
Oh
the
yes,
the
she
guitar.
was the
Yeah.
guitar solo.
was
She's a
good.
singer too.
Yeah,
she's
that
a
was-
musician
she's
and a
really
singer.
good. Okay.
She's amazing.
Her was good.
I love her music.
Will.i.am
Her
came
is
in
great.
For what?
for a second. He did.
Who was that?
Will.i.am.
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I was smoking a cigar at the time. I was watching it on Facebook. Somebody was streaming it from their TV, and the TV was like this big, so I could see. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and check all that out.
No, did
yeah,
you
I heard
see
it was a
what
great
they,
performance.
Did you see what they said about Usher and Alicia Keys? Because like of what Usher bring like from his concerts, like you know how he's like the
I didn't like the way
he's
he
like-
touched her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Is
what
that what
everyone
it-
was
is that what
saying.
it was?
Everyone was like,
Yeah.
I wonder what her husband's
Yeah, I
thinking
would
and
not
stuff like
actually-
that. And
I
I,
read
was
that
like,
his
oh my
I
Her
would have talked
husband-
to him before that.
Her husband
performance.
was cool with it. He's like, they're performing artists. You know what?
You kind
Her
of have.
husband
It's
is a
part of the
very
show.
Which
big
is true.
artist as well.
It's kind of,
Yeah.
isn't it kind of
You know
like,
what though? It's really up to her. If she's okay with
And
it,
apparently
she
and
was.
Unlike us, if they rehearsed and scripted
Right.
out, and she knows
Yeah.
you put your hand here, this is where we're going to be. Then okay, I'm fine.
there
with
wasn't
that.
any
If she's okay
inappropriate
with that,
touching, was there?
If we're talking about
she's
it,
okay
it was
with
worth
that.
it, guys.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
it. All right.
So it was all good. Yeah.
Did you see the rollerblading?
I missed that
Oh
part
yeah,
too.
that was
Son
so
of a
cool.
bitch! I didn't watch
Wait a
any of the halftime show.
That was
He came out with skating.
There was skates.
He was
There
on
wasn't
skates,
rollerblades.
yeah.
Oh, wait, okay.
Skates.
That was wild.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was
That
just
was
waiting
cool.
for
Had
somebody
that
to
Atlanta
fall.
thing?
Yeah.
Is
Did it have
Atlanta
that
thing?
70s look to it?
It had a 70s feel.
Did it?
With
Dang
the,
it, I'm gonna
with
have to
the-
watch that.
Yeah.
And they were doing a routine and everything.
And
I-
earlier
It was
you
cool.
said you liked it when he was shirtless.
I don't.
You didn't say that?
I wasn't at the dinner. I
Oh.
wasn't at the dinner. At the meeting. It might have been who?
That
No,
did
it
not
wasn't at
come
the
out
meeting.
of the dinner.
Might have been Jose. 'cause
No,
Jose
I think
was
you
the only
texted me
one
that.
there.
I think you texted me
I'd like to see
some
that
about
What's the
Usher
picture?
shirtless was cool. Anyway, yeah, I didn't even know he did that. What was your what was your favorite commercial?
My
Did you have
favorite
one?
commercial.
I wasn't really impressed with.
I wasn't really impressed this year, but I did like the Beyonce one where she said that she was going to be coming out with a new album.
Because she said she's coming out with an album, or just the actual commercial.
You know,
But did you guys
I
hear
mean,
the album
yes.
is it good?
It was Verizon. It was Verizon.
I was
Verizon
excited,
commercial.
and then I got thrown off for
though? It's
sure.
country music.
I was
Seriously?
very thrown
Yeah.
off, and I'm not a very country music person. I'm just gonna be very honest. Like unless like it's like a banger, I
Like,
probably
or-
haven't heard it.
Swifty.
Yeah, like I
Is
only know
it-
some. Well, I don't know if she even like.
Was
I feel
Taylor
like some
Swift-
of her songs count as country.
Oh, yeah,
but
absolutely.
I don't feel
Early
like they're.
on. Early
yeah,
on, she was
early on
close.
she was like straight out the banjo. You know what I'm saying? But like
Oh,
now
Kaylee's
she's
making a
like.
face over there.
She loves
But
Taylor
But now
Did you-
I feel like
did-
she's like
Big fan?
different.
Are you a Swifty fan?
Swift. Right on. Okay.
What'd you think about that
And
Beyonce music?
What'd you think of the Beyonce country music?
It's not great.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
And I think it's just because it's definitely like a drop off from where she normally is.
Wow,
She's like
that's
a very
news to me.
pop
Breaking
and
news,
like
people.
R&B, or like she's very like it's just different. It's like a complete shift.
Right.
But I mean, like
I would be right there. Kaylee was like, "Oh, this is terrible. I would never listen to it. We need to boycott Beyonce." And I said,
Wow.
Kaylee, it sounds like other pop country music."
But I
It
almost
doesn't
feel like
sound
I
that
can't tell
different.
if she did it because she didn't win that Grammy that everyone was giving such a hard time. Like how she did. What was it? The Grammy? What was it?
No.
Album of the year?
So she
Album
was
of the year?
rebelling.
There's no
I
way
don't know.
she put
I mean,
this
I don't think it
together
was
in 2
necessarily
weeks,
only
though.
because of that,
Yeah,
obviously.
no,
But
no,
I think that it's almost like she's trying to find a happy medium. Like she's trying to
Right.
find an audience. Like she's making the audience happy, and she's still not getting she's not getting served what she deserves. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Sure.
Like,
I totally understand.
As Beyonce, like
I think Beyonce can do whatever she
Beyonce,
wants.
like come on, y'all.
Who won?
Like-
Who won the album or who
It
won the
was
award?
Taylor Swift.
It was Taylor Swift. What was that? What was the other? What was that other gentleman's name that won those other couple Grammys? And like nobody really knew what his name was.
Kanye?
No,
Oh,
everybody
my.
knows
Grammys.
Kanye.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know who you're
I
talking
can't
about.
remember what his name is, but I mean that goes along with the fact that
so my
he
commercial.
won like 2 or 3 Grammys.
I really, as much as I'm not a big fan of Dunkin' Donuts, but mine was
Oh,
when
the-
Ben Affleck and Tom Brady was on the
hilarious.
1 and 2.
That's right. I forgot about that one.
And then Matt Damon was like, I don't really want to be here. That was hilarious. And then he was like,
Like, I
how
didn't
do you
sign up
like
for this.
How do you like them donuts? You know, trying to go back. So I thought that was funny.
Then he
But-
say like, "Do I really have to read this?"
And
Or
then
something like
J Lo was like, we talked about this.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
That was
Oh,
funny.
because they did like the boy band thing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They were trying to bring
That was hilarious.
trying to bring that back. Yeah, that was probably my favorite one.
Nephew, did you have a favorite one?
Not a fan.
I would say either that one or the the craziness of that cheap online shop. Temu?
Oh, they just bombarded
They bought like
with
5.
that. Yes.
And it was just
I didn't
a
think of
stupid commercial that didn't tell you anything except everything is underpriced and terrible.
But that's like it's like a Minecraft kind of thing, right? It's a virtual purchasing of things. Am I right?
No,
Yeah.
it's a cheap Chinese website to buy.
They actually sell merchandise?
Yeah,
Oh,
terrible
wow.
stuff.
Okay.
What do you mean by terrible stuff? Like what?
If it costs 72 cents for a T-shirt, that T-shirt is not going to be of high quality.
Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah.
They sell super cheap stuff from other countries.
Out of China?
I think mainly out of China. Yeah,
I didn't know that. Yeah, they were all over the commercial waves.
they had 5 or 6 of them.
Yep.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Man, okay. You can ask me now what my commercial was.
Yeah, what was your favorite commercial?
Oh, thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Mine was, of course, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Oh my God, that was my favorite. That
Yes.
get me out of this chopper. Did you remember seeing it? The Arnold Schwarzenegger one? Like a good neighbor. Neighbor. It's neighbor.
So is
Neighbor.
AO
That's,
your,
that's what I said.
is AO your Danny DeVito then in that scenario?
Oh yeah, Danny DeVito did make an appearance on it.
He saved the day at the end.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. I like that one. That one I think stole.
I went to the restroom during that one, so yeah.
Hey, you and your
I don't
restroom
remember.
talk. Stop with the restroom talk.
I don't remember that one.
I don't remember. I get it. I don't remember.
But I did like Arnold's Netflix show. He had a Netflix show that was pretty good, so we can talk about that later.
All right.
Yeah.
He had a Netflix
For another episode.
Yeah.
for another episode. All right. Anyway,
I got a call today.
At the school district. I don't know.
I got a call today from somebody about a painting, and he's like, "Hey, do you have any paintings with Taylor Swift and Kelsey?" And I was like, "As a matter of fact," he goes, "I don't know exactly what it is, but I'll take 4 prints already." And I was like,
get on it.
"Yeah, I know, but that's how
Yeah.
crazy it's going to be." And so I'm like, "Okay, so I'm going to create this thing, and we'll figure out we'll give it to charity or something like that. We'll sell it and whatever
Yeah.
it
Good
makes,
thing
give it a
the,
little bit of
the
charity."
news
But
cycle has been talking about you.
what do you mean?
Yeah. Go ahead, nephew.
Well, as you were blowing up on social media, Anthony, we saw on the Associated Press
That's right.
an article about you. So I'm going to read the quick beginning of it, and then we're going to give you a shout out here.
The AP. Comp. The AP.
Anthony Orpeza
Jeez.
still remembers the day Travis Kelce walked into his studio at the Interurban Art House.
That's right.
In suburban Kansas City, where some of his acrylic and mixed media works were hanging from the walls. Kelsey was helping to deliver a grant for the Community Arts Hub, and the first piece to grab his attention featured Satchel Paige, the Hall of Fame Negro Leagues pitcher who later played in Cleveland near where the Chiefs tight end had grown up.
Wow,
congratulations,
that's so dope.
Colin.
Congratulations.
Right on. Thank
How
you.
did they reach
Thank
out
you.
for that?
Thank you.
Easy.
There's a lot of people. Congratulations.
How did they reach out for that?
Probably Twitter. They saw it. I think I follow him on Facebook, and he sent me a DM. Said I work for the AP, and I want to ask a couple questions about how business has affected you or small businesses in Kansas City. How the Chiefs' success has affected small businesses across across the city, and so. I don't know. They asked about what 2 or 3, 4 other people in that article. I probably
I just
wrote
had the
him.
first page.
I wrote him like 9.
We're not worried about
paragraphs.
them other people.
I wrote like 9 paragraphs, and he used about
He just broke it down?
6 sentences, which is fine. I'll probably
It's like
put it in
6
my blog.
questions, 6
but
sentences.
it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool because it
That's
started
so
off. I think the
great,
first
though.
sentence has my name.
Yeah, Anthony Orpeza
is
still
wild.
remembers.
And not only the AP, but the Washington Post, right?
So I did a search on that article.
Uh-huh.
It was in the Washington Post. It was in the Chicago Tribune.
Really?
It was in like the Chanute. It was in like
Chanute, Kansas.
because everybody
Woo!
picks up the AP.
Yeah.
I know some guys that
And
were
so-
from Chanute.
There was
The Fernandez brothers.
There's a ton of newspaper sources that picked it up. Yahoo,
Yeah.
Finance
Wow.
had it. I mean, it was pretty wild.
Congratulations.
It was pretty wild.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
So when he said, "I'm with the AP," you were like, "Oh, Audemars Piguet, the people that Arnold Schwarzenegger had on."
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
No, it was really cool. It was, and thanks for bringing that up. Appreciate it.
Oh, for sure.
You're welcome, Cole.
But yeah, it it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. I've been really lucky with the success of the Chiefs.
And
You
the
know.
big modcast as well. You can,
Okay, but yeah, no, because at least once or twice, you know, I'll get an interview, and you know, I don't want to say that I'm a lucky charm, but you know, when
So have you started the Big Yeti?
No, nobody's asked about the Big Yeti. They've asked about the Swift. They asked about Taylor Swift.
No,
so.
remember I told you I had some ideas for a good painting comp, and we'll post this, but I think this would be a great painting.
Sure, we will.
We don't post it.
Yeah, we don't post anything. Ooh,
Tell me.
Yeah,
Tell me
Kelsey.
that would.
I think he was just
again, you gotta
expressing
have
love.
The rights
I love
to the
you.
photos.
Well, my comp doesn't have any rights to any photos.
Oh yeah, that was such a scary.
I know, right?
Right?
I mean,
was so
how many?
scared.
How many? Can you imagine another player doing that to another coach? Like, let's say Mike Vrabel. I think he would have said, "Fuck off me," you know. But Coach Reed understood the situation. You know, he knew. You know, Travis wants to be in there all the time, right? You know, so
Do you know why he was screaming at him? You know,
because he told me he loved him.
Well, that's one of them. That's how he ended it.
Because he pulled him out of the play.
Yeah, and I think he was the blocker for the Pacheco fumble. I think what it was is that he was going to be the lead
He
blocker.
was supposed to be the blocker.
For yes, and that's
Oh,
when,
that play.
and then he
Is
was
that how
mad
that came
about
up?
not being in there for that block.
Dang. But
Yeah.
so
I believe
If you
that's what it
weren't,
was.
if
So
you
there was
weren't
another
out
tight end
late
that-
hanging
Yeah, there was
out with
somebody
Taylor
else who
Swift.
blocked.
so you
or
think
didn't
Travis
block.
went to him and said, "What are you doing?"
No, because
No,
that-
he
that-
went to the coach and said, "Leave me in the game. Why are you pulling me
Why
out?"
why are you letting these other guys play? Let me play.
Yeah.
No, I get it. He wants to play all the time.
just really wanted it. I get it.
Speaking of, he looked very scary. Kelsey looked like
Super Bowl, got to.
scary.
Got to.
Speaking of scare, transition to this segment here. What
He wrote that down.
What is
That's
what? No,
scripted.
I didn't write. Where? What do you say?
Speaking of scare,
Oh my God!
What
just keep
what
moving
animal?
on.
what animal scares you the most?
Oh, I don't know. I'm scared of a lot of things. Though.
Which one? Just name one.
Let's see.
Like you're pumping gas in your car, and then you got to walk into the convenience store, and it just pops up right there.
well, you don't have
What
very
a
many
scenario.
options. That doesn't.
A tiger.
It would
A
be
tiger in a gas station?
Yeah, yeah.
That could happen.
That's what I'm looking for.
No. It would- the only thing it would be a dog.
A dog scares you?
No,
Well-
he's saying would be in a gas station. You just closed in that scenario.
Well,
Hey, Big
part.
Mon.
We'll
Mine
put that
is-
part
mine
The
out.
only
is
thing
a-
in my life would be a dog because
Oh, for you, okay. okay.
You
because
have a dog.
I don't go to the zoo, so there's not going to be any escaped animals. I don't,
Okay, so
I don't
then
live
you have
in
a fear.
Africa.
So then
I
you
don't-
have a fear of going to the zoo, and you're
No,
afraid that
the only one I would be afraid. I'm not afraid of any of them because I'm not around them.
But that's not the point.
Except
The
for
point is
dogs.
if one showed up near you.
It would probably be all of them.
I think for me it'd be a bear.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
I feel like a bear.
Have
Cause
you ever seen besides at the zoo? Have you ever seen like in wildlife?
a bear in real life? No.
Yeah.
And I'd probably run. I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
rule number one. Beside my spelling, rule number one: you're not supposed to run from bears.
Leonardo had that movie
Where
with the
did that
bear.
rule come from?
How do I save myself?
He should
You
know.
just close your eyes and hope he doesn't see you like you don't see him.
Where did that rule come from?
I need to know.
Well, I don't know.
The don't
was-
run rule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was probably one of those other lies our parents would tell us that we talked
Don't
about
run from
last
the
episode.
I tell you what, mine is spiders.
They're
That's what I was
animals?
gonna
It's
say.
not an animal.
Yes,
Insects
an
and
insect.
spiders.
An insect is a spider. I mean,
Well, yeah.
I mean, yes, they're part of the animal kingdom.
I,
I
don't
am
think
scared
so.
of spiders too.
They're
Not gonna lie.
different.
Right?
I'm not a bug person. If I'm being real with you, like bugs just freak me out. Like I just
Yeah, but
like
you,
I think
What about
butterflies are
Bugs
pretty.
Bunny?
you can escape a spider, a crazy
Can you?
angry dog.
I don't know. You see videos of like these
Can you?
Australian gigantic.
Yeah, those huge spiders, or
Yeah,
like the jumping
I
spiders,
cannot-
or
no.
ew, no, it's a no for me.
There's not enough bug spray in the world.
Nope. None.
Yeah, good point.
Spiders are horrible. Sometimes even birds scare me.
I don't know about that one.
Especially
Yeah.
when I'm playing ball comp and I'm flying in the air and a bird swipes down. Gotta be careful with those.
Where do you play? Where do you play?
Up on the mountains.
The poll is up. Has
on
he
a
ever
mountain?
dunked? The poll is
Yes.
up.
Layups.
Oh man.
Any big cat. Any
Anyway,
big cat
ooh.
that can chase you down. But a
You
bear
know what?
too. Bears don't play around.
You know,
Yeah. I just feel like they can eat me whole, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Right.
Yeah.
It just freaks me out.
I just saw a video just yesterday there was this tiger that was just laying down. I don't know where it was filmed out somewhere. There was a tiger laying down, and this dog walked up to it and started barking at it, and the tiger just jumped up on all fours. Bam! Just jumped up on all fours, right? And the dog's barking, and the tiger just slapped it. Bam! Slapped it so hard that the dog fell, and then he grabbed the dog with his mouth.
What type of videos
And it-
are you watching?
and
I'm
then
not
picked
even
him up
asking
and
that.
picked him up.
R.I.P.
What type of
Right.
videos
Yeah,
are
my
you
dog would have been
watching?
done for.
Yeah, that dog was down quick. I
That
was
dog
like,
would have been
"Oops."
gone.
The dog.
It's in my thoughts
that
and
tiger was like,
prayers.
"Are you seriously going to try to battle me?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty.
And
good.
my thoughts and prayers. At that point, I'm not going to fight for that.
Yeah. Oh, anyway. All right. So, Alissia, we've this has been so much fun. We're coming down to the very end of our show, but I really appreciate you being here. But before we end, I have Alicia's. Oh, you know what? Speaking of Alissia, the way your name was spelled is tough.
Thank you.
Did I put it up there? Or,
Yeah.
Look,
Probably not
all
spelled
about
right.
Alissia. I was
Yeah.
like, we're Alissia. I mean, how many times has that name been?
Oh, I've
Butchered,
gotten
right?
called so many different names. So
Like-
many different names. Alyssa, Alissia. I like
Alicia,
so many different names. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and I don't I
You-
mean
You ever ask your mom and dad?
I don't really know why it's that hard. I
I
don't
know,
know why
well,
it's that hard. Like,
you
I mean,
ever-
like, I feel bad when I say that because it's like, I don't know. I butcher up people's names too when I
Right.
read them straight off of a paper. But like, I've had someone call me Ashley one time, and I was like, that wasn't even close. Like, I didn't even answer because I was like,
Ashley,
we're
that's
not
funny.
going there. We're not doing this today. Like, this is not the argument I'm choosing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's funny. Yeah, but so I have Alicia's top 10 mix. So I'm gonna give you ask you a top 10, but I'm gonna break it down in 4 different categories. So, what are your 3 favorite restaurants?
Oh, that's
They could be
tough.
whatever.
Okay.
restaurant.
3 different restaurants. I'm gonna choose 3 different types of foods.
Please. Oh,
Because-
even better.
I love to eat. One thing about me. Poor Dion in his pockets. Lord, that man. Love him. We love him.
Yeah.
So, hook and reel. Because I love seafood.
Okay, I was gonna.
I'm such
I
a big
have not
seafood
been-
person.
Where's that at?
It's off. Oh, jeez.
Is it in Metcalf?
It's off. Yeah, or like
Or-
way down off Metcalf.
Way down south from Alpha Metcalf.
Yeah.
Hook and
There's
reel.
Hook and reel.
I've been wanting to try that.
And then I like Kona Grill. It's down in the plaza. They do
Been there,
sushi.
yeah.
and
It's good, yeah.
I love sushi too. I love Chinese food. So Chinese would definitely be. There's this place downtown, or not downtown. It's over in Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and it's called Hong's. Dion actually showed me that place, but it's like. It's a Chinese buffet, but then they also have like Mongolian barbecue.
Yeah,
They
like
have
barbecue.
like the noodles on the
They can
side
fry it
as
for
well.
you.
So yeah, like they do the noodles and they have a
Dang.
Chinese buffet.
What
It's
city's
so
that in?
good. It's Kansas City, Missouri. It's like
like
it's like North
Blues-
Kansas City almost, like kind
So
of going
kinda-
down
kinda up
like
north?
yeah,
29?
like kind of going towards the airport.
Airport. Okay.
Yeah,
is it like Blue
What is
Springs?
that? Oh,
I'm gonna have
I
to make
love a
note
good
of that.
Chinese buffet.
I literally know the freaking street. I'm so mad.
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm so bad at directions. Though.
No, you're good.
I apologize.
And your third one? So you said Hong's
Hong's, Kona Grill, and Hook and Reel.
and Hook and Reel. Okay, man, I gotta try the Hook and Reel. Like, okay, how about you?
So good.
3 favorite sports to watch.
3 favorite sports to watch. I love watching volleyball, basketball, and softball.
As far as watching volleyball, what like the college level?
Yes, college
or
level.
Like Olympics.
I
is
like
awesome
to watch the
right?
Olympics. Yeah, I
Boys
love
and
to watch
girls,
the
men-
Olympics.
men and-
Yes, watching men's volleyball. If you haven't watched it, you should. It is
intense.
super
Very
intense and
Yep.
super competitive.
Yep.
And the way, like, just how much is like power is behind every single hit is
Right?
scary. Because even when I went to Ottawa, they had a men's volleyball team, and yes, and they were really good. Like they would practice against us sometimes, and
Dang.
it was tough. Like
bet, yeah.
it was tough, but it was really fun to actually have that competition across the
Big Mod, did you ever play volleyball?
I just did it. What'd you say?
Recreation.
Recreational.
Because you
Yeah.
dunked. You dunked when you played volleyball too, right?
No, you can't
Yeah.
dunk a volleyball.
I figured you would because you can dunk a basketball. Why
True.
not dunk a volleyball? So,
No, that's not part of the game.
well, you can
It's
invent
not.
it.
It's not.
You could
Stop.
create. You can create things like your dunk.
Oh, that's
Figments of imagination.
right. Thanks for bringing that up, nephew. Appreciate it. What sports do you? Not sports. 3 favorite movies.
Oh, that's tough. I like goofy movies, so for me,
The Goofy
Napoleon Dynamite, Nacho Libre,
Goofy. Yep.
and She's the Man
Okay,
with
Is that-
Amanda.
those are
Bynes.
all Valentine movies.
What? I guess you can put it that way.
Yeah, man. Okay, so that's total of 9, and one more. What's your favorite color?
What's my favorite color?
Yes.
I've been going back and forth with this all year
Well,
because I really love red. I love wearing
I was
red.
going to say red.
but
Red.
I also have always loved blue too.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah,
Okay. Now you have to just
Jayhawks.
Now you
That's
have to pick one.
Jayhawks.
yeah, it's Jayhawk colors.
Yeah, rock chalk.
And it's purple. Put those
Boo.
together.
If you mix them, yeah.
Go.
No.
Go. Emo. All day.
It lost me.
Yeah.
All right. Why those colors though?
Red and blue. Honestly, growing up, my favorite color was blue. Like my quinceañera dress was blue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then as I got older, I mean, obviously Chiefs and KU. There's a lot of red kind
Yeah,
of going into
a lot of
both
red,
of those, but I even shoes like I have a bunch of like red and white shoes. I have a bunch of red shoes. I have a bunch of red shirts, clothes. I don't know. I've always loved wearing red. It's just like a bold color.
Sure.
So like, I don't know. I'm a girly girl, so wear it red. But
Right
if
on.
we're talking about like marker color, blue.
Okay, can we
Go ahead.
segue off of that though?
Please. Just do.
49ers red, if you're wearing it, is better than Chiefs red.
He likes to pick
Depends on
fights.
the outfit.
He likes to pick fights, okay?
Ketchup
depends
red
on
is
the
just
outfit.
not it. What do you mean? Ketchup red is not it. The
I
only
do-
reason it works is
it's
because the whole.
bold. It's
Oh,
bold.
No.
It's
Nope.
bold. It catches the attention.
No.
Well, and
Ketchup and
49ers, like,
mustard.
what is that?
Nope.
Like a maroon red?
It's a maroon and gold.
I do like maroon. I like maroon and gold together. That's
Yeah.
really cute. But red goes with everything. Like it goes
True.
with white. You can
Ketchup
put red
goes with
gold.
mustard. Yes,
Yep.
that's what you're saying. Ketchup goes with mustard.
Red goes with everything.
That's funny. All right. So before we end, did I by chance coach you in soccer back in the day?
Probably because I grew up playing with Isai and Leo and Mia
See?
and all of them.
'Cause-
I know Lisa did coach me. once.
Elisa did.
Elisa did, but then she ended up coaching my brother for more years than she
Okay.
did for us. But we were also older. But I know that my dad coached us
Yeah.
quite a
Because
bit
I think,
too when we were younger.
if I'm not mistaken, I think your mom said that I did coach you back in the day.
Really?
Yeah. Down at Clopperfield. Remember the Clopperfield?
Yes,
Yeah. It was
yes.
at KCK League.
Yeah.
So
Shout out.
I think,
Shout out,
yeah,
Clopperfield.
shout out to, yeah. I think we go, you and
Kansas
I go
City
that
is
far
so
back.
big but so small. I swear, everywhere I go, I find someone that either knows me or
Yeah.
knows my parents or knows my grandparents.
Right on.
Everywhere.
Yeah. So
Everywhere
I didn't
go.
know if you knew my nephew Jose, because that's what I was trying to figure out. But I think there might be an age difference there, where Jose, you remember playing soccer, right?
Sure.
Because I think AJ Reyes played. You know AJ Reyes, yeah. I think he played too. I think I coached him too in soccer.
Was that
I
back
knew
when you were
nothing
coming up
about
with?
soccer.
AJ's
when I
older
was
than
coaching.
me.
Was that
Yeah.
back when you were coming up with NSPN?
Yeah. You know what? Going back to that NSPM, I've already talked to Esai, and he says I didn't come up with it.
Do you believe him?
No.
Stick with your story. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my story. I don't. And then Chris had the nerve to say, "Oh, I was there." I'm like, "You were not there. What are you talking about?"
It's your son.
But anyway, Alicia, thank you for joining us this evening.
No, thank you guys for
I
having
appreciate you
me.
taking the time.
I
to do
appreciate
this.
you guys reaching out and asking me to
Yeah,
come.
I'm glad you came in. And you know what? Next time we'll bring you in, we'll bring Justin with you, and we'll have that'll be fun.
No,
Bring out
yeah.
the jelly beans.
Oh gosh.
Anthony didn't even get a bad one.
And no, well, I got liver and onions, and that was fine.
He actually liked it.
wasn't barf.
He actually asked me. He asked me if I had another one for him. I was like, no, we only had 4.
No.
We only had
Tasted
4
like a
brown
lot of
ones.
onions.
We had it was a cappuccino and liver and onions. I only had 4 jelly beans, and there was 4 of us that played. It was me and my nephew Jose, myself and Anthony. I got the cappuccino one.
Yeah, I got the liver and onions.
That one was so good.
Yeah.
And Mia and Jose had to spit theirs out too. He didn't spit his out. He ate it. That's how much he
fine.
liked it.
That's crazy.
So before we're
go
ready
ahead.
to cut loose. Okay, so I just want to take 1 minute and give an RIP. February 12th, yesterday, my cousin Richard Tito Rocha passed away, and I know my comp knows him.
I know.
We 3 out of the 4 here, 5 here. He was a part of our lives. I just wanted to say, prayers go out to my cousin Lorraine, Nick, and the rest of the family. And we just want to let everybody know that we're going to miss him. And he was one of the best cousins I've ever had. Played softball, fast pitch softball with him for years. He taught me a lot, and he's going to be truly missed. And our prayers go out to the family and all the friends, and we will see you soon, cousin, because he was the first cousin that when I was a short, chunky little kid, he treated me as if I was just a regular person, and was always with a smile and always something positive, always the nicest guy. And it's sad, but we're just going to miss him. So R.I.P. cousin.
Yeah. Rest in peace. That was touching.
All right, let's get out of here.
Well, speaking of this plaque I have back here.
2014, he received the
The
Sportsmanship Award in honor of Arturo Duty Garcia II.
Yeah, that was 2014 and I remember that day. And your brother sent us some pictures.
Yep. So, R.I.P.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Until then.